Let's get into it.
Battery's all sketch.
Oh,
Child.
Jesus.
Goddamn.
The battery's down for the
Oh,
count.
man.
Already.
All right.
Oh.
Speed talk. Speed talk.
Joker. Let's get right into it. It's getting a lot of hate right now and a lot of love.
People are just. Ugh.
The movie has broke every freaking record, even the Monday and Tuesday record. Obviously, this movie
In October.
And October.
In October.
No, the October record as well.
Yes, but not the Monday, Tuesday record of all time.
No, they did.
No way.
Yeah, you didn't hear that? No. It broke the Monday record.
I gotta.
They just said it
No
on the
way.
radio today.
Are you sure?
Anyway, we'll check the records out right now. Ben will check it out. But let's talk about how good this movie was. We got to see it Thursday night.
You?
Thursday? Monday? No, it was
Friday.
Thursday. No,
Wasn't Friday?
was it Thursday? No, Friday. Right.
Yes.
Friday night. Yeah, because we didn't go Thursday. Friday night, and big turnout. The movie was
Packed.
super
Sold
packed,
out.
sold out like every showing.
Yeah, even like the front seats.
Yeah, it was crazy.
How do you go to an IMAX or a Dolby and sit in that front row?
No.
You can't see the screen, bro.
I can't see it.
You're looking at one part of the screen. You can't see the other half.
No.
I don't get how those people do it.
But Ben has a perfect seat. Sitting in D.
Those front, like 4 or 5 rows, whatever that is, they shouldn't even be in those theaters.
The last one is good because you can sit in the recliner. And look. That's it. Other than that,
That's sketchy.
that's
still.
sketchy stuff. But the D seat is the best seat. The right behind that, all those there's a big ass jump from there.
Yeah.
The Ben has picked the best seat. That is the
those
best seat in the house.
Yes.
I
I like either that or like all the way in the back.
in back.
You
Yeah.
see everything.
See everything. Yeah. I like being in the
Because
middle.
I honestly, even being in those D seats,
Yeah.
it was a little like my eyes. I felt my eyes going at certain points. So
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, all right, take it easy. But no, yeah, they were good.
But I guess getting back to the movie, do you
Yes.
would you see it again, like right away? Like, did you feel like you wanted to go see it again? Just to,
Not right after the movie, but hearing
with the
all
whole twist, would you want to go back and re-see if you could see anything differently?
what twist? Oh, like the
The
homegirl?
twist.
No, I kind of see. This is the thing with this movie is like it was very good. It was awesome.
Yes.
But it wasn't like so like deep that. It wasn't that kind of movie where I felt like I missed anything. I feel like
Butterfly
everything
Effect or
was
something
pretty
like that.
straightforward.
Yeah.
And
But like Crash.
yeah.
Going back and watch.
So I mean I definitely will watch it again.
Yeah.
Because it was awesome. And
But I did call it in the movie when we were seeing the movie that twist. I kind of saw something was weird. Like something was really weird in that movie.
another vague prediction by chance.
Well, you gotta give me that. Didn't I poke you and say, "Hey, man, there's something going on. This is weird."
Of course there was something going on.
No, but what it was, I was right though. I'm not gonna
did-
repeat
You
it.
did not call what it was. So therefore you
Yes,
do
I
not
did.
have credit.
I did say it to you.
Stop it.
I
Jeff.
didn't.
No.
Ben has selective hearing. So anyway, I called the movie and I knew exactly what was gonna happen.
Woo.
But I think a lot of people are getting butthurt the fact that they really, really showed you the real problems with mental health, and how south it can go, especially including that with depression. I guess depression is mental health as well, but like it's just it's a big problem, and they put a big microscope on it, like a giant magnifying glass, showing the world this right here is what's going on in the world right now. It might be set in the 80s, but it's really real time. Like this movie could be set in real time if it really wanted to be. What do you feel about that?
It could be. I don't think it would that whole final 20 minutes
that,
would have
yeah.
worked
Yeah,
because
would've
they would have been like, oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Let's get him.
yeah.
Uh,
Metal detectors.
yeah, all kinds of things. But
Yeah.
what was the question you just asked?
I said mental health was like the way they represent
Oh.
mental health. Was it perfect?
I thought, yeah, especially for his case, like, yeah, I mean everything surrounding the mental health, including how they address like how the funding for it gets cut and like it's not a priority and all that kind of stuff. Especially for like back in like 70s America,
yeah.
that stuff wasn't talked about. And,
Yeah, you kind of were just like, oh, brush to the side.
yeah. So no, yeah, I mean it addressed, and I think it gave it all a good representation. So
Did you feel bad for Arthur through the movie?
maybe in the beginning, but I think second, third act wise, I was like, no, this guy's a murderer.
Well, I mean, the whole thing with Joker saying that in the comic books and everything always, Gotham made me. Because of Gotham, they spit me out.
Yeah.
It kind of really, like, showed that.
Yeah.
Like how
Yeah.
effed up his life was, and
Yeah,
how effed up,
it was
and how he's connected to a bigger
everything.
character,
Yeah.
and it really, like, everything was subtly building and building and building and then building, and it built to the top, and at the right moment it spilled out, and it was just fantastic from my eyes.
The last
20
20 minutes of that movie was just like, whoa. Stuff just kept happening, and it really did. I know I saw a couple of people saying that they don't see like how.
Just trying to spoil anything, right?
No. They don't see how this character is supposed to become the great mastermind of all time.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe he's just the start of that. Maybe somebody copies his.
I think this is how. I mean, he obviously doesn't have like the natural charisma and all that, like that a cult leader is supposed to have.
But think about Joker. He's crazy.
But yeah, that's the thing. He's crazy. He's delusional. And people believe in him. So that's really all you need. But I mean, yeah, the whole in the very end of the movie, they show you that people are just like, oh, this is our guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I mean, this is like the very, very origin story of like this is.
He's never.
He's not even. Story. He's not even the Joker.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I would say, the last 20 minutes.
He becomes
after that scene in the apartment where he first puts the makeup on. I feel like that scene, and then what happens right after that with his two friends.
Yeah.
That was when he was like, all right.
Well, to me, I think
Joker now.
I'm thinking like when I think he transformed is when it was like really symbolic when he jumped into the refrigerator and he came out a different person. I think that's when he started his transition to the Joker. I mean, yours is true too. I mean, when he's putting the makeup on, it's kind of the same moment.
It was just like embracing the character and like,
or even when he came off the train and did that crazy thing and he got to that bathroom, he was just dancing and.
Which part was
Remember when he just finished the whole fight on the train? And
the first one?
Yeah, the first one. And he got
with the three guys?
Yeah, when he ran into the bathroom, he closed the door and he just looked like he was just changing into something.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole movie was almost like what's that Netflix show Making a Murderer or something like that?
Making a Murderer, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it
exactly
was like this is like making a psychopathic cult leader or something.
Yeah, oh my god.
Like every ingredient from his all the different conditions he had, to his depression, to the delusions and how he was treated by his family, including his mother, who throughout the whole movie we all think, oh, she's such a nice lady. They have such a good relationship.
Oh, man.
And then it just like at some point you're just like, whoa,
what is going on?
Uh.
I'm trying to stop you from spoiling.
Yeah, no, I know.
We'll do that as spoiler talk.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
Awesome movie.
Awesome movie. It took you for a ride. Like, you were never bored. I don't think I was ever bored in that movie. I don't think I've ever got tired. I didn't look at my phone.
No, yeah. I was only looking at my phone because the Yankee game was happening.
But
I can only do so much,
Oh, dude. Can we just talk about that one scene when he's just in the apartment and his two friends come over and he's just in the crease and he's just... Like the way he distorted his body, he's looking up. And I'm just like,
I mean, Joaquin Phoenix in this movie, it's just, he owned it. He was so good. The physical aspect alone,
losing all that weight,
he should get an Oscar. Well, losing all the weight and then just like, he looked like a broken person. Like he walked, the way he moved, everything about him, he was fully enveloped in this character, and I can only hope it doesn't have the same effect it had on Heath Ledger, because he went all the way the same way Heath Ledger did. Like,
all the
I
way.
mean,
All the way.
it's gonna be hard to see him not as his character because, and
Well-
that's that. Yeah, we can talk about that, but
Well, he just came out
uh,
and he said that he talked to Todd Phillips and he said, we need to do another one. Like there has to be something there, because Joaquin Phoenix. If you guys don't know, he is known for not doing sequels.
yeah,
He's like, I am never doing a
he's an
sequel.
artist.
He's an artist. He just wants to keep jumping to different project. Kind of like Robert Downey Jr. was at one point. Then he became Iron Man, and that went out the window. So, but Joaquin Phoenix said he loved this role and he loved this character, and he feels like there's so much stuff that's still
Oh
not
my
done.
God.
And I'm just like, man, let me tell you something. If they connect this to the new Batman movie,
it would be amazing.
perfect.
The only problem with that is the timeline.
Well, not really. If you think about it,
How old is he going to be if they're in modern times
well,
in
how
this?
how old is he? No, well, no, they're not. Ben Affleck is in modern times.
Yeah, but how do you go back and still connect it to the current universe?
Batman is young. But
Then you don't get Joker in Justice League or anything like that?
No, listen. 3 Jokers. They've established that in the comic book. There has been 3 Jokers this whole time. You can say
But now,
Arthur Fleck
it's like,
was the first one.
do you want to
have
see
a
anybody
copycat?
but him play him though?
Man,
Like this is the thing with the Joker character. This is what happened with
how
Jared
old is he?
Leto.
Do you know how old is he in this movie?
He's got to be in his 40s.
Arthur Fleck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that would put him in his 60s.
Did we see what the mother's age was? Like in that book?
She was no.
When she was
old as
working
fuck.
for when she
We
was,
might have, but I don't remember.
Oh, we should have looked at the picture when she flipped it around and
Yeah.
there was a date on it. Because it was 1981.
Was it 80s?
81. It was
Okay.
81. This movie. So
I would put him at least 40.
40
At least.
or like end of 30.
Yeah, but he would be a real. I mean, he was malnourished and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, so maybe he could have been a little younger, but
Dude, he didn't eat through the whole movie. I read that in
Yeah.
a comment. I didn't realize he didn't.
he was
eat.
crazy. I mean, he
was
does
his
it. He
mom.
fully committed. Damn, what was I saying? Oh, my thing is, I feel like so that it doesn't become. I think this is a way they can convince him to do it. Is that don't make it too much of a
Batman movie.
Batman movie. Do it like a Joker trilogy, and make them Joker movies so they're about the character, and you can
Introduce other
you
villains.
can
Do
introduce
Black-
Batman. You can put Batman in it, but have the focus be on Joker and give Batman his own separate movies.
Well, they are gonna make this is part of DC's Black Label, so they're gonna
Okay.
be doing dark movies in this part, like rated R movies for this one, and then over here will be the other movies, will be the kiddie movies, right?
Okay.
So it's either they do another Joker with like the Riddler or somebody coming up, or just doing, or I would love Todd Phillips to just keep doing origin stories of different characters in the Gotham universe, because
Yeah, but it's like, how do you follow Joker? You don't. You
I
can't.
mean,
you can't follow Joker.
you can
just can't.
You can do the downfall of Two-Face. You can Harvey Dent. You can do, you can go. You can make Batman look psychotic.
Still not gonna be better than Joker.
Nah, man.
Nobody cares.
Oh, the
Everyone-
Riddler. The Riddler would be an awesome story.
I feel like the Riddler is forever tainted by Jim Carrey, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like you gotta give it another generation before you can do a Riddler, because he just ruined Riddler for everybody. Like for that movie, it was funny, but that movie was terrible. So it's just such a stain. Like,
well, you have a staple now. You have this whole. You have
I hope
that
so.
night. That night changed everybody's
but
lives.
the Riddler just sounds so goofy. It's like, that doesn't even sound like a villain. The Riddler, come on,
The Joker.
get out of here with your jokes, bro. Yeah, but
Riddle
the
me
Joker
this.
is established. Like amazing Jokers
You
going
make
Jack
Riddler
Nicholson,
like
Heath Ledger.
Saul.
You could do that. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying it's gonna be
Make him
tough.
a really creepy guy. Creepy as fuck. He
It'd be
just
interesting.
kidnaps people and puts them through games.
Yeah, they could do
Puts them
that.
through things.
I mean, that's basically what he does.
Yeah.
I would like to see it. I would like to see it done. I just don't know if it's possible.
Killer Croc. Eats people.
Killer Croc.
He's
It has
a
to
cannibal.
be. It has to be grounded. It has to be Nolan-esque.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to what you said. You really can't follow the Joker.
Hard.
It's hard to follow Joker. I mean, I would love Todd Phillips to just make a whole universe. To be honest with you, I would love it.
I would just like 2 more Joker movies.
That's it. What would you do with them though? What would you do
I
next?
don't know. That's not for me to decide. That's for Todd Phillips to decide. But I will watch them because this one was off the hook.
So what do you give Joker? I'm like, should I even ask?
Yeah, I don't know what I could take off of it. So it's gonna have to be a 10 for me.
Yeah, same here, man. I'm 10 all the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm 10 all the way for this movie. Like I went home thinking about it.
I can't even think of anything that.
Just letting you know, guys. Like this movie, like makes you think after the fact, and it's like, wow, like you didn't see that curve coming.
No.
I knew something was up. Like I'm gonna say it. All jokes. I knew something was up, but I didn't think it was this crazy.
Because they didn't clue it. They didn't clue it in at all. I mean, you kind of got the feeling because it was like there was very few scenes, and it was like it was never connected, and then it was just, and then you got the reveal, and you were just like,
oh, dip. Yep.
That shit was crazy. I think my jaw dropped to the ground for like a solid 5 minutes when that happened because that was. Oh, I was not expecting that.
That's why I said I want to go back and watch it and see if you can kind of figure it out. If you like pay attention.
Yeah, it's hard though going back because we know.
Now we know.
Yeah.
So this movie's a 10, guys. Go see it. Pay the money. See it in the movie. See it in Dolby. Because let me tell you, one thing that nobody's really talking about is the sound in this movie. All the New York sounds, the gunshots. You felt everything, man.
Especially in the Dolby.
When the taxis are going by.
That was funny because when I was what was I doing? I was when I was looking at the. I'm blanking so hard right now. When we were buying the tickets, I was like, "Do we really need to see this in Dolby?" And it's just like Dolby never disappointed.
Never, man. I'm gonna see every movie.
It's like why? Like you would think Joker. I mean, and you don't need to see it in Dolby, but it enhances it so much, especially
you need
to appreciate the editing and all that.
You need to see an IMAX with the way it's shot because it's shot really wide.
Yeah.
But Dolby.
So good.
So good, man. Great picture.
Yeah,
so we're good with that. I guess, with that movie, spoiler talk, we'll do a video, I guess, after the podcast. We'll do a real quick one. Just talk about what we think the craziness of the movie. I could honestly sit here and talk to the whole about the movie right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where do you rank this Joker?
Wow. Number 1.
Really?
Number 1.
See, for me...
I'm not just saying it because I just saw it. I say it because I've read Joker my whole life, and I'm a big Joker fan. Like, he is my top 3 favorite. Anything Joker, I buy it, comic book wise. And I've seen different characters, different people write Joker, and it just seemed like Joaquin Phoenix embodied all of them together. He was funny, he was charming, crazy as hell, and scary, all in one person. Like, it's nuts. It's like Heath Ledger. I know you could, like, everybody's gonna make the argument Heath Ledger, right? Heath Ledger was not charming at all. There was no charming. He was just a freaking straight psychopath. Whatever. Like, Arthur Fleck turning into Joker was just amazing. Okay.
It was amazing. For me, I still give it to Heath Ledger because for me, he was the Joker. He just, everything he did was the Joker. I get he didn't do the charming thing, but Nolan also wasn't asking him to do the charming thing, and also to me, he was, for this movie, he was really only the Joker for like 20 minutes, maybe 30, a little bit around there, and Heath Ledger pulled it off for an entire movie, and I still remember. I mean, and there's scenes in this movie where you're like, okay, that's Joker, and that's why for me it's almost like it's not it's not 1 and 2. They're both like you said, there's like established like there's three Jokers in the universe.
Yeah.
I feel like they're both one of those.
Yeah.
Like if I had to, I don't know if I could put Jack Nicholson as a third because he just didn't do it for me.
No.
But
Jack Nicholson was good.
these two could be two of the three Jokers, and those Heath Ledger and why am I blanking? Joaquin Phoenix
And Jared Leto, man, he did his own thing. It was his own thing.
He did his own thing, but it wasn't good. It wasn't. He didn't embody Joker at all. And plus, he was in it for like 5 minutes.
They cut his stuff. Cut his stuff.
I can't. And I feel bad for Jared Leto because they kind of forced him into a movie that wasn't his movie, and they were like, "Oh, you got to be the Joker,
Oh, yeah.
and you got to do it in 5 minutes, and you got to make everybody believe it, and they got to love you because you're following Heath Ledger."
But you know, like you heard the whole thing he did, right? Everything he did, he was just like he embodied the Joker in like in real life too. Like
Jared Leto? Yeah.
You know, it's sad. You know,
he's like,
tried so hard.
He tried so hard, but they put him in a. If you're gonna like, the Joker can't be a
side character,
not even a secondary character, like a tertiary character.
Yeah.
Like he was barely in the movie at all. You weren't even thinking about him unless Harley Quinn was saying
Joker J.
Yeah, Mr. J or whatever.
Well, this movie's not gonna connect, so we don't have to worry about it.
I know, but I wanted to. We have the opportunity here to do what we couldn't do with Heath Ledger, and that is to continue the story.
Do you think they're gonna recast Joker in the Matt Reeves movies?
It's so hard. How do you keep doing it?
I don't think they will. I think it's
He's
gonna
so
be Jared Leto
especially again, like they just set the bar again. 11 years later, and it's like, think about how long Jared Leto had between him and Heath Ledger, and he still had to live up to that ghost.
Isn't that crazy?
And now Joaquin Phoenix nailed it.
Yeah, nobody's gonna forget about Heath Ledger, but it's
no.
time to let him go.
But it's like now we got another one, so hopefully we can keep him as the Joker. I don't know if we will be able to, but we can hope.
Well, no, this movie was perfect, man. I think it was awesome. Yeah, I think it just great movie.
It's just like, where do we go from here?
That's the problem, you know.
Because I want more.
I mean, this is they only spent $50 million on this movie,
Yeah,
and
it's
this
crazy.
movie's
It's a beautiful movie too.
it really
like
is.
it like I like
Embodied
being
New
in
York.
those buildings that they were in New York. Like I was having like flashbacks to like my childhood.
Yeah,
so,
it was facts,
like
right?
like the different
super facts.
It was crazy.
Oh,
it was
God.
crazy.
It was phenomenal.
it was
Everybody
so
go
good.
see it. Everybody go see it. Support.
Not that I was a child in the '80s, but it wasn't that different when I was a child. All right.
When I was a children.
Yes. Okay.
All right.